Alright, so this is a tutorial. Of course, we've been recording a bunch of haircuts in the classes that we're doing. Ultimately, you're not getting the detail that we're given in the classes, but I think it'd be wasted content if we didn't record this stuff and do a tutorial with it. So here you can see we're contouring the fade to his head shape, using the trimmers to ball them down, and we'll of course follow it up with the shaver. As you see here, Fonz, good pick on the beat. Fonz, this was J Hits. This is fire. Alright, so I'm gonna wet the hair after I set my guideline, and we're gonna start cutting the hair on top, creating our structure, and knowing what we're gonna blend into. You can see he had like a natural part here, so I wanted to, you know, kind of make sure that it was laying in the direction that it wanted to lay. Here we're using a number, is that number 3, Fonz?
Yes.
The black guard?
Yes.
Yeah, the number 3 guard. And it will follow up with the number 2. So we know we're blending, we already know that we're blending R0 to a number 2. I don't want you guys to confuse the number 3 guard with the 1.5 guard. It was a class, I couldn't find my number 3, so that's what I had to use, the premium one. That's all I had. So here I have my 1.5 guard. And he already had a disconnection here, so we're gonna keep that disconnection. You guys can see, if you follow with the charts, we're going from higher number to lower number. Now we're at the number 1 guard, it's all the way open. And we'll follow that up with it closed, and you'll see what I mean. So now here it's closed. And you can see we're blending this fade without making any lines. And for some, this is an easier way to fade. For some, it's not. You guys know on my channel, I like to give options because I know everybody's different. Everybody's comfort zone is a little different. So please don't crucify my channel for that. I don't want to confuse anybody. I just want to let you guys know the strategy is to give options. Here we're using the half guard. And it's open. We'll probably follow it up with close, and then we'll blend that 0 out, or that initial guideline out with no guard, clip it closed to open. Here it is. Starting to blend it out now. Right there's a little bit of line, so we'll open it up some, and you can see it's fading out. The magic is happening. I had a good time in this class. This was a Chicago class. My only gripe is I didn't get enough time in Chicago. Like, we were literally there for 20 hours, and like the one time I got to explore, we sacrificed food so that we can go take a picture with the Jordan statue. And if you follow me on Instagram, you can see that picture. That's the only time we got to explore, and it was really literally we had a lunch break, we drove over there, took the photo, came back, and finished the class. But Chicago looked like a dope city, man. I can't wait to come back. Now, here in the back in the occipital area, it's always, you know, it's always a little tougher. You gotta spread the fade out some more. And spend some time back here more than you do on the sides. At least for me, that's how it is. You're pretty much repeating the same steps all the way around until you get the fade that you like. Now, for the most part, I kind of try to go through these steps and then get to the next step, and I'll come back and detail it, because then I'll see some more imperfections as I turn him and I look at the mirror and stuff. So this probably isn't the finished blend. I'll probably come back and detail it, but just so you guys have an idea of what my strategy is. And it was kind of crazy because, like, we did this with Urbane Barbershop The owner's really cool. He's trying to grow. He's trying to build a culture. He's trying to build a brand in Chicago. And like my model here, super cool dude, man. He lived like running distance from the shop. So like now they're connecting. Now they're in each other's network, and I think that's dope. That's one of the cool things about the class, visiting different cities and connecting people. You're networking at these events with like-minded people. So now my model here, he knows that Urbane Barbershop has the same mindset, and if he's looking for a barbershop to work at, he's probably gonna come check out my boy at Urbane. Alright, so here we go. We're cutting the top down, and we're using his cowlick as the setting, the reference point, the guideline, and we're following that all the way through. We're going up because we want to keep the front longer than the rest. And as you can see here, I'm taking horizontal parts and I'm cutting it down, making sure it's all even. You don't want to take too thick of partings. The thinner your partings, the more precise your cut is going to be. Oh, the background here looks dope, Fonz. You can see like the street lights and stuff. That was pretty sick. And the cars coming by. Boy, I swear, you're getting better and better.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm talking to Fonz right now because we're in a car. We're recording this voiceover in the car. We have like a 3-hour trip to Houston right now, or 4-hour trip to Houston. We're leaving one class to do another class in Houston. So, you gotta be productive, man. Like, time is the most essential commodity out there. Money don't touch it. Nothing touches time. You can't get it back. So we try to be as productive as possible. So here I'm taking small angled partings, and we're just connecting the sides. And the reason why I'm connecting the sides at this point is because the other side's disconnected. So I know that the hair is gonna lay in this direction. It doesn't have to be connected, but that's the look I wanted to go for. Pardon my back. So now we're blow drying with my little mini blow dryer that's convenient for traveling. This is the Babyliss Bambino. I'm not even playing with y'all. That's the name of this dryer. I'm using a vent brush. I'm just trying to get it dry, trying to give it some volume. Then we'll apply some product, and we'll line him up, and he'll be done, man. Looking fresh. And what I try to teach in my classes, things that are practical, things you're gonna be able to use, tools and knowledge you're gonna be able to use the next day you go into the shop, and allow you and help you to translate that into income, into money, right? So you're investing into yourself, not just to post Instagram haircuts that ain't gonna make you no money, but to be able to go into the shop or into your garage or wherever it is that you cut hair, and translate that into dollars. So here at the ridge area, I'm not necessarily gonna connect it. I'm gonna go ahead and point cut it, make it a little bit softer, so it's not so heavy in this area. Here I was explaining something to the class. And if you see me like kind of stopping like that, it's not because I'm struggling or something. It's just I'm stopping to explain into detail what I'm doing in that portion. Because a lot of times people will stop me and ask me questions, specific parts of the haircut. But I think that's the beauty of being, physically there. It's more personable, more interaction. Like, it gets kind of boring, like, just talking into a microphone in front of a laptop screen. I did it for almost 3 years straight. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, it's nice. It's nice to be able to see everybody in person and teach that way. So, all right. So now we're applying some product, warming it up in the hand, making sure that it gets in from the root up to the tips of the hair. It's got a lot of volume there. Using my pompadour comb, and he's got almost too much volume. Like, some people like this much volume. I don't really like this much volume, so I'm gonna add some more product to put some weight, to give it some weight, to kind of weigh it down a little bit so it doesn't have so much volume. I remember specifically doing that. So, but let's go ahead and start lining my boy up. So guys, I'm gonna give you guys a tip if you want to build a YouTube channel in exchange for something. I'm gonna ask you guys for something. So in YouTube, if you want to build your channel, one of the probably the most important thing to build your channel is to get suggested. It's not subscribers, it's to get suggested. If you want to get suggested, YouTube has to see and feel that your content is valuable, and the way that they gauge that is by engagement. So how many likes you get, how much time people spend on your videos or in your channel, how many comments you get. So with that tip, if you want to build a channel, you need to get those numbers up. And there's analytics that you can track it all and see how your videos are going. So now I'm going to ask you guys for a favor, now that I gave you guys a tip. How many likes can we get on this video? How many likes can we get on this video? And that'll gauge how many I'm going to look forward to getting every video. Shout out to Chicago Urbane Barbershop for having us. Y'all take care.
So I just got back from the Rochester Chris Basio hands-on and look and learn course, and the experience is something I'll never forget. I learned so much in such a short amount of time, and he did not waste any second. Literally, he made sure everybody was on point the entire time and knew what he was talking about, and if somebody was confused, he would break it down even more. The look and learn course was great because he actually used me as a model and got to cut my hair. As you can see, it's literally the blurriest fade I've ever had. And he was just a down-to-earth guy, man, and like you could really talk to him about anything, not just in hair cutting, but in life in general. I think anybody who's even questioning on whether they should cut hair or not should go to this course. I learned so much, and I don't even have that much experience, but now, because of him, I feel really comfortable behind a chair. So I gotta thank him and his buddy Dre and the Tomb 45 squad just for putting that together. So